again, this is Aditya Sen from Central Broward Regional Park here for the National Championship 2019 finals between NJIT and West Virginia. Earlier today, West Virginia beat University of Maryland, and NJIT has, I think, come up with the comeback, beat Ryerson again. So NJIT is the only team that has remained unbeaten in this tournament. Sagar, let me give a few words. Get a few words from you.
Yeah, like the practice and all the effort that the boys have put in before we even came to Florida in New Jersey. We've been practicing for like previous 2 months, and we have like a head start in every single thing that we've done: fielding, batting, bowling. We have tried to stay on the point, warm-ups, before the game. That's key. And yeah, the bowlers are doing like pretty good. I just have a few, like as a captain, a few things that in my mind it's hard because we have 2 extra players, so it's hard to rotate the team, but everything is working out well and we got all wins.
Last year you lost to Ryerson, I guess, on the last ball, and this year you got back at them.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
It was a very pressure game, and they're all college students, and you cannot expect them to be perfect in everything. It's like you're not a professional player. You're playing good cricket, but you're not a professional player. So sometimes you cannot handle the pressure. You bowl a bad ball, and maybe it was their day, so they made it.
All right, it's maybe about the temperament.
Yeah. Very good. That's the key. Temperament is the key.
So are you excited about the finals?
Yes, I am very excited, and the boys are very excited as well.
All right.
Yes.
Let me get a few words from the West Virginia captain here. Sai Satish, how confident do you feel about the finals here?
Pretty good. We had a dream run so far, and we put in all the hard work. It feels great to be in the World Cup final of college cricket in the US. So yeah, pretty excited about it.
So any final thoughts on the game?
No, we're just here to have fun and enjoy the game. Yeah.
And hopefully win it?
Yep, hopefully win it.
All right, guys. Let's go out for the toss now. All right, we're going to have the toss now. West Virginia has the coin.
Heads.
NJIT has called it, and it's tails. So West Virginia has won the toss.
We'll be fielding first.
You guys will be fielding first. Any reasons behind that?
No, we just want to analyze the pitch again. It will change a lot, and we just want to see how things go. And we have been pretty good with the chases so far, so we're just sticking to plans.
All right, thank you. Good luck for the game. How about you, Sagar? What did you plan to do when you...
I was actually planning to bat first in this game, but yeah, it worked.
All right, so it's a win-win situation. Good luck for the game.
Thank you so much.
So we've got the very experienced Sally Iqbal, who was out early in the last innings, so he'll be wanting to get a nice opening knock going here after being used to putting up centuries. 3 in this tournament over the years. So that's Iqbal, opening bat number 1, due to face. And he'll be up against but it'll be Vikar Patel, who had a good stabilizing innings in the last game. Satish organizing his field. First ball. And it's 4. A wonderful sling 4 straight off the first ball of the match. So NJIT off to an emphatic start here in Broward Central Stadium, right in Fort Lauderdale and Lauderhill section, plantation section of Florida. Wonderful grounds, wonderful atmosphere. We've got quite a lot of the local Lauderhill residents now in the stadium, and they're great cricketers here. 80% West Indian population in Lauderhill. In for the second ball, and just again edges that past the wicketkeeper, and just stopped in time for excellent piece of chasing there, and 2 runs off that. Flicks that past the wicketkeeper for a leg glance, and the fielder just there in time. Good effort. So Both teams have their edge. Both teams want to win this final, and it's going to be a great game. Third ball, bowling wide. But not a wide. So Viksa Patel quickly off the mark with 6 runs. Punches that out to mid-on. Another single. And this is Sadiq, who faced his first ball of the game. Sadiq Iqbal. Nicely played. A good ball there by Moise. In for his last ball of the over. Breaks to the off, and that's the over. Seven runs and no wicket in the first over. So NGIT off to a steady start. Viksa Patel doing the major damage in that particular innings, that particular over. And here's a good example of wearing your sun protection. Slams it down to the off, and that's going to be judged wide. And again, he slams it in, and that's another wide. That's 2 wides in a row. I don't have this player on my list, so he's must have been brought off the bench, and he's probably feeling a little adrenaline flow there. Goodness. And that's a beautiful sling 4 there. Lovely cut shot, as we'll see in this replay. Just gets past point there and firmly struck, so very hard to cut off at the boundary. So Viksa Patel really scoring a lot of runs here. Surprisingly, he's ahead of Iqbal, who's faced very few so far. Nicely played out to mid-off. Picked up by Chowdhury, former captain of the side. And then in we go again. Good ball that time. On the block hole, back to the fielder so he can mark out his run. Ball Slam down on the offside, late cut. Not so much a cut as just a dab, actually. And the bowling improved in the last 4 of that inning, that over. So the initial jitter's gone, and in comes Moyes, I would imagine. Quickly scampered double there. You see a nice shot of the pavilion. It's a beautiful building. Broward have done themselves proud with this pavilion. Been used by a lot of cricketing organisations over the years. In comes Moyes. And playing a miss. That's unlike Vivar, but yeah, there's been a plethora of organisations through here in the last 4 or 5 years, and all benefit from a firm infrastructure, good changing rooms. Down it comes, and into the hands of the wicketkeeper. That was a beautiful piece of bowling, and he's out, surprisingly, against the grain of play. That one was just closer up to the batsman. He was trying to steer it past the wicketkeeper and steered it right into his hands. And it was a nice piece of bowling. Beautiful fine edge as far as the bowler was concerned. So, first blood for Moyes Usmani. And a much needed wicket for West Virginia. And in that short time that he was at the wicket, he's already picked up almost 30 runs. So the Miners will be happy with that little turn of events as we number 30 comes into bat. With American college cricketers, the spin bowlers. So I'm sure Usman will be pleased with that scalp that he's just picked up. So Savan facing. Usman deciding to come around the wicket to him. Gets off the mark with a single. No, he doesn't. He's still there. Usman again around the wicket. 5th ball. This time he does get off the mark. Nope. He was thinking about it. So Sling, as you see there on the pads, helping the game with their sponsorship. And finally, Savan gets that punched out to the onside for a single and getting off his mark. So the West Virginia bowler is Rahul Kotiola. Gutalajala. So Rahul will be bowling his second over from the sling end. And traps the batsman. Asking for an LBW, which is not going to be granted. So Patel survives a passionate appeal. Just digs that one out. So Rahul bowling very well on a length and created quite a lot of difficulty for the batsman. This one's slightly overpitched and it is steered beautifully down for a sling 4 on the leg side boundary, fine leg. Just escaping the fielders there. And a very useful 4 for NJIT, who are beginning to get put back in their box a little bit. So that'll be very welcome. Keeping the score moving here. In comes Rahul, slams it down. Batsman just plays it back for a simple pickup. Again, New Jersey Institute of Technology know what they need to do in this game, and they're going to play to their plan. Just here we go, pushing that one out on the leg side. Another single. Rahul is bowled a very tidy over, but still gets struck at the end there. Puts a lot more heft into that. It's going to go for 4 byes. So that's a sling 4 byes. And that's never fun for a batsman. I mean, for a bowler to have to see one of those go through like that. It can be quite demoralizing for the fielding side. Too often happens when you got very potential of rain and heavy cloud cover. So these players have to hydrate well. Comes Moyes, so he's over, slams it down short. That's picked up. Nice fat shot there to mid-wicket. And quickly run 2. So Moyes bowling very tidily, very getting it on a dime here. Force there on the leg side for a single. Fielder picks up the enthusiastically thrown ball. So we've got left-handed, left-handed and right-handed bowling, and the same with the batting as well. And here comes Lloyd. Been a busy man today.
Thanks, David. I'll do some ball by ball.
Good stuff.
After not being able to get to it much today, as we see number 8 come running in, a good ball, nicely turned away for a single. And the next couple of exciting semi-finals leading to this finals. So
yeah, they've been good semi-finals, Lloyd. They're
University presidents in the United States, renowned for a number of reasons, including his fundraising abilities. And here comes number 8. Right arm, played out in the offside, no runs. And Dr. Gee was actually president of Ohio State University when we started American college cricket. then the first regionals, our very first regional tournament was the Midwest on the Ohio State University campus. Nice one coming in there. Really got it away and gets a run. Now, so we played on the campus, and the then President Rommel Somervat invited Dr. Gee to come to the tournament, which he did, which was awesome. And whilst there, we asked him if he would like his name on the trophy. He agreed, which was an honor for us. And then he also agreed to be on our advisory board. So, of course, I'm deeply appreciative to his support, his endorsement at that early stage. And then subsequent, a couple of years later, he actually changed and became the president of West
Virginia. Rice reveals the chef in you.
West Virginia cricket team to play in the Midwest in order to win the Gordon Gee Trophy and take it back to West Virginia.
That's funny.
That
story.
hasn't happened.
Yeah.
And the two that they've played since.
Right.
But here they are in the finals.
This is very funny.
So now I don't have any favorites. Either team wins. They're both my teams.
Right.
But one thing about if West Virginia did win and take back this trophy, and we'll talk about the new name for the trophy, David and
Paula Williams.
And Paula Williams trophy, it will be amazing.
Right.
That he might even put it in his office, for all I know.
Yeah.
But certainly just the fact that the team would be able to do that would be awesome. So, again.
And great continuity for American college cricket.
Yes. So whichever way this goes is fine with me. But just to let the viewers know that that's what it would mean if it did in fact go to West Virginia. As we watch. Oh, this one is struck up in the air. Will they get to it? No, they do not get under it. And they cross. Let's just take a look at the score.
Oh, drop catch and caught. Bounced up and caught. Brilliant falling there. I thought they were just going to bounce and hit the ground, but he got the second shot.
So West Virginia Selby, you watch the replay. Here he comes, strikes it into the covers, and he juggled it and then ultimately took it. So very good effort there to take that catch. And so West Virginia getting a breakthrough there. NJIT, I'll give you the score update in a second. This is their 11th American College Cricket National Championship. And this is presented by Sling for the third time on Sony. New batsman is Kevin Shaw.
The wicketkeeper.
And yes, Kevin is a wicketkeeper batsman. And 26 for 1 is NJIT. Seven Patel. So the bowler is Rahul Gurujala. He's now taken 1 wicket for 19 runs. Nice action replay.
The replays have been great on this broadcast, so thanks, guys.
Rahul. in his third over, taken down the leg side by the keeper. And just a reminder, of course, that in American college cricket since 2010, anything that's down the leg side is not automatically a wide. The bowlers get a little bit of a leeway there, and basically if the ball is deemed playable, this one's wide outside the off stump. If it's deemed playable, then it's not called as a wide. This one, though, clearly was well outside the off stump. So Kevin Shaw on 2 and Savan Patel on 9. And
that was 2 unplayable balls, so it's an unplayable over.
This one comes back in a little bit. So 39 for 2 after 5.4 overs. NJIT batting first against West Virginia in this finals for the David and Paula Williams Trophy. Played out onto the onside. And West Virginia, of course, from West Virginia, NJIT, of course, from NJ, New Jersey.
Right.
So, very much names that tell you where these teams are from.
Exactly. Yeah. Strong place names. Now, the Ohio president, he went off to University of West Virginia. Did he?
No.
Yeah. I know Sal Chaudhry, who was one of the early organizers of the team, seems to have really appreciated this format.
Yeah, yes, because this is the only cricket he plays now.
Yeah.
As an alumni, he's living up in Michigan.
Right.
But not playing outside of American college cricket, which is further remarkable because he comes and he scores runs.
Oh, yeah. No, it is amazing.
Yeah. Go ahead with the ball by ball, David. I'll be right back.
Alrighty. Nice to have you here, Bloyd. Okay, so NJIT at 40 for 2. So Savan moves on to 10 there, and Kevin Shaw on 2. So the first partnership was for 15 and the second for 30 for 25. Good piece of fielding there by Virginia, cutting off a single. So Captain Satish bowling for West Virginia. Trying to get that ball to move into the batsman, and they pick up a single. Lovely shot there. All the way across the boundary for 4 runs, a slingshot 4. Going down on his knee to just strike that into that offside position. So the captain coming under a little pressure here as he tries to keep the runs down. And again, struck firmly on the leg side for another slingshot 4.
Thank you, David. I'm back.
2 back-to-back
And yeah,
fours
that's
there.
a pretty nice sling 4. Let's see the. Yeah, well, we have expectations of them.
Yeah.
To raise themselves up to
Right.
a sort of professional level,
Yeah.
and it is tough for some of them
Right.
to make that mental and physical adjustment, but that's what we expect, and
Right.
that's what, when you're playing on Sony, for instance,
Yeah.
it demands that, and we can rise above our normal selves, which is what sport is supposed to do.
It is, yeah. Absolutely. Setting the goals high.
There comes way outside the off stump.
Yep.
And you yourself have a son who played college football,
Right.
and you know firsthand the kind of training they had to go through.
It's very intense. Yeah.
Now, the only thing about that is, of course, as we know in American universities, top college players in any sport are more fully focused on their sport.
Oh, it's a full-time job.
Yeah.
In fact, I mean, to do anything in an American university and level 1 NCAA type stuff, you got a lot of those players have to go back and finish their degree, after they made the NFL or something like that. A good example is UCLA's quarterback right now. I mean, he's just gone back to UCLA to finish off, but he's played 2 years of NFL.
There you go. I mean, like I said, you could talk about from first-hand experience.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Our guys are juggling very demanding study schedules, being in STEM and
Right.
tech subjects usually. Oh, and this one is hitting air. Will Philly get around to it? He does. He made a valiant effort to get over there, but ultimately it popped out of his hand. So a break there for NJIT. And they are doing fine now. They're at 50th for the loss of no wicket.
Two wickets.
Oh, I guess, yes. Sorry, 2 wickets, yes. The large screen hasn't been quite updated, so hence I read that wrong. So 53 for 2 off 7.3 overs.
Lovely hook shot there for a single. Again, getting down on his knee to get level with the ball. Some heft behind it.
So Saban Patel on 13. Let's look at this replay here. Yep, popped off of the keeper. Pulled away. There's a man in the deep. Will he get to it? No, he doesn't. And that's another sling 4. So bowling from the sling end, and the batsman swung that away in the gap over there on the leg side for 4.
It's connecting very well at the moment, Lloyd.
Yeah, that was a pretty good shot. So the bowler is Sohail Chowdhury, who scored at least 3 centuries for West Virginia. And this one is pulled away. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little confused watching at the screen and watching at the action at the same time.
It's very lose that action.
I'm glad they finally did it. There's a shot of the actual pavilion. And a pretty sight it is. This is actually practically like the Lords of the United States. And oh, this one is cracked away. And there's a man down deep. Square in the wicket. When he told me that it had been changed, I was pleased to hear that, because it was such a long name to say, Central Broward Regional Park.
Mm-hmm.
And really and truly, the regional is totally useless.
Right.
Central, I'm not sure you need Central in there.
Right, yeah.
So even Broward Park would have been, fine. But of course, you want to have the word stadium in there.
Mm-hmm.
So Broward County Stadium is pretty good.
It's nice, yeah. No, I think it's a vast improvement on all those alliterative words.
Played out onto the offside.
The rain seems to be holding off, Lloyd. Keep our fingers crossed here.
62 for 2.
So have you been happy with the tournament, Lloyd? The way it's gone down?
Well, let's see what happens here, and I'll answer your question. Play back to the bowler. I think we've had similar conversations, and I always sort of have almost like a neutral answer for you, which is as we watch Satish coming in, and this one is pulled away. That'll go into the boundary for another sling 4. So the left-hander, that's Kevin Shaw, moves on to 20 with his third 4. So in answer to your question, basically I look for the goals to be accomplished. And of course, even if you're not totally thinking about it, you always want to have great weather.
Yeah, I think American college cricket's been very lucky with their weather over the years. I think
fortunate.
Yeah.
And if these things happen,
yeah,
there are lots of, shall we say, hurdles along the way and so on.
Right.
You handle them, and once you get to the end result,
yeah,
you have the finals. It's a wonderful thing, and I don't get like ecstatic, celebratory, or anything. It's just goal accomplished.
Right, exactly.
And we start looking at what's next. I'm not going to pretend that that's necessarily. It is better to celebrate. It is better, to have those moments of
your ups and your
ecstasy or happiness. This one is played down the wicket. The bowler gets a hand on it, but they'll get a single. So there's me being a bit of a philosopher. Since I lost my cowboy hat, David, I've become more of a philosopher.
What happened to the cowboy hat? I mean,
I don't know.
That was
one of my regional tournaments.
Oh my goodness! Perhaps it was a cowgirl ran off with it or something.
That would have been nice, but there was none in the area.
Oh dear.
That's the downside.
I thought you would have lost it in the Lone Star State, But
actually, it might have been there, which is kind of ironic.
Probably in a local steakhouse or something.
It's what is pulled away. There are 2 people down on the square leg boundary though, so that would have been hard to go through those 2. And Patel has stayed there, keeping one end steady.
Sahil Chowdhury loving his bowling spell. You can just see he just loves this game.
Hopeful appeal.
Yeah, beautiful shot. So how did you like your time down in Texas, Lloyd? You had the All-Stars there this year in the Houston Stadium, right? Saki Stadium?
Yes.
Musa Stadium.
And this one is flighted a bit. I think there was some back at the arm stuff from Sohail.
Yeah.
Sohail in the second over, 14 runs.
Yes, it is.
Stroked into the offside.
Keeps very fit.
Oh, wow. Gets that up in the air. And that'll be 6 runs. That's a Sony 6. Over the long on boundary, over the fence, and we had to do some scaling there to get the ball. Let's watch the replay. Got down on his knees, and that's a Sony 6 if there's one.
He's very effective on his knees, this batsman. It's part of his repertoire. So Kevin Shah on 29, Savan Patel on 21. They put on a good partnership here, these 2 bowling. Taking on the bowling head on and doing a good job of keeping the score rotating. And it's the NGIT Highlanders they like to refer themselves to. And Sahil Chowdhury 2 overs and no wickets for 22 runs, and Sai Satish Gurda 2 overs for 19, and then we just get a smash sling shot into the leg side there for a single. So side bowling here. Actually, it's the captain back on. No, that's Sai. Straight to the fielder. On the leg side. Little field adjustment there. Oh, that hits him. Right on the leg there. Gets a bye. I'm up for an appeal there, but no replay. There we go, it's a good replay, you can see it clearly. Just gets inside the line of that and tickles it all the way to the boundary for a sling 4. And like in a lot of the games we've seen in the stadium today, we've had 3 of them, but in all 3, a lot of scoring has come on that leg side, that fine leg side, with a trickle 4, I'd call it. Welcome back, Lloyd.
Trickle down 4s?
Trickle down 4s. All the way on sling.
There's nothing trickly about that chat. So Kevin Shaw and Savan Patel putting on a good partnership here. Kevin Shaw is on 34 off 17 balls, 4 4s, 1 6. Savan Patel on 22 of 26 balls. Ooh, he drove, trying to go over the top with that one, and was beaten by the ball. He even beat and eluded the keeper. Savan Patel 22 off 26 deliveries, 2 4s. Just holding his end there, staying solid for his team, David.
Yes, very, very solid, yeah.
So Dipesh Madala is the bowler. His first over. 6 runs have come off of it. So we're in South Florida here in the Fort Lauderdale area. A wonderful facility, Broward County Stadium. And you're watching the 11th American College Cricket National Championship on Sling. Sling is the presenting sponsor of American College Cricket. Semis and finals here today. And we're so pleased to have them supporting us. As it looks like there is a new bowler.
This is Rahul.
Oh, beaten there. NJIT number 30. Nice shot to the offside. They could get to if they had run that first one fast. Savan Patel is number 30. And just a reminder, guys, in T20 cricket, you should every time run the first run fast. It doesn't matter if it's going slowly directly to a fielder. You run the first run fast, you'll put them under pressure and possibly get more runs. I've seen it happen time and again. Playing the game is about more than just playing the shots. It's also thinking, strategizing. It over the top. And that will be a Sony 6. Straight down the wicket, hitting the side screen. That's a Sony 6. And we'll see NJIT moving up to 96 for 2. Kevin Shaw leading the charge at 36 off 21 deliveries, strike rate of 171. Mayank Gangwar is the bowler. This one, nice cover drive in the gap, and that'll be 4 more. This is a sling 4 all the way over there on the cover boundary. So Mayank Gangwar proven to be expensive here, David.
Absolutely. I think this is his third over. So the
88. Sorry, not 88. And this is another big shot. And he's out. Yep.
Much needed wicket. So
100 for 3 now the total. NJIT, but actually, as we watch the replay, he's been going after the bowling. Not a bad thing to do at this stage. There are more batsmen to come, so 12 overs. 100 now for 3. In the remaining 8 overs, if they can keep this up, they'll have a pretty good score. So NJIT batting versus West Virginia University in this, the 11th American College Cricket National Championship. And as I mentioned earlier, Gordon Gee, Dr. Gordon Gee is the president. Dr. Gordon Gee attended and invited by Romel Somervat, the then president of the Ohio State Cricket Club. As we watch Dipesh, this one steered out into the offside. They'll get a single. And he not only attended, he agreed to be on our advisory board, the American College Cricket Advisory Board. He's still on the board. And he also lent his name to the trophy for the Midwest Championship thenceforth. And we've since played in the Midwest for the Gordon Gee Trophy. So then, years later, West Virginia decided to start playing, instead of the Mid-Atlantic Regional, in the Midwest Regional, in order to, as we watch Dipesh come run in, the flighted batsman doesn't quite get it away, so it'll just be a single. In order to hopefully win that trophy and take it back to their campus.
Right.
But, you know, they've had a hard time doing that in the 2 years that they've played the Midwest Championship. But here it is, they're in the finals of the National American College Cricket National Championship. So this one's in the air. Will somebody get under it? The man does, and he does not hold on to the catch. So that's not a good thing there for Dipesh the bowler, nor for West Virginia. They were hoping to, if with that catch, they would really put NJIT on the back foot.
Yeah, Dr. Gee must have the rare distinction of being college president of 2 colleges with cricket teams. So played a good quality level.
Must be something about him.
Yeah.
Well, if he does wear a bow tie, I don't know if that has something.
Oh, well, that will definitely do the trick, yeah.
So Sabat Patel on 24 of 29 deliveries, keeping it rock steady at that end. Rock steady.
Yeah, you ready for that, huh?
Yeah. Play it nicely into the offside, in the gap. The man run around the boundary will have to stop that as they get a couple. Again, run the first run fast, and that could be 3 runs. Maybe he would even miss field.
And he just missed a sling 4 right there. I mean, he cut it off.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now, let's look at that action there. Fielder comes around. No pressure.
Oh, nice.
Nice looking shot there.
So how many other Ohio State colleges do you have? Is it just the 2 with the American College Cricket, or?
Ohio State?
Yeah, just Ohio State, and any other Ohio teams?
Cleveland State.
Cleveland.
Here comes, we'll tell you who the bowler is. Flights it nicely. Batsman takes a slug at it, and a misfield on the boundary costs West Virginia some runs there. So the
bowler's Rahul, I think.
So NJIT batting first, 107 for 3 off 13 overs. Not a flighted one. Batsman uses his feet a little bit. No run, though. So Karan Patel on 4, Savan Patel on 24. misses that one. Slipping and sliding. Keeper gets to it. Slipping and sliding. So the bowler is Mayank Gangwar, very tall. It's interesting. The West Virginia team in general is tall.
Yes, they're big lads. They're miners, after all.
They're what?
They're miners.
They're miners?
West Virginia miners is the nickname.
The West Virginians are actually mountaineers. West Virginia mountaineers.
Oh, yes, yes. They
And
climb
if you'll
the
notice
coalfields.
the uniforms,
They do have the peak, don't they?
you see the sort of W
Yes,
framework and then the thing across.
right.
The ancient, not ancient, but oh, what a glorious shot. Will it get to the boundary? Even if it doesn't, that was a beautiful shot, pulling away and cover driving beautifully. Well, the Mountaineers, the uniform is inspired by the Mountaineers uniform
Oh,
with a gun strap across
oh, really? Yeah. Ah,
and the W-ish looking shape there
yeah.
is, of course, from the W
Right.
from West Virginia. So just so you
We got the
know
graphic origins here of.
Pardon?
We get the graphic origins of the team.
Yes, I know the designer, so
Yes,
I know the story behind it.
that's good.
He's pretty pleased with that
With his
design. Yeah,
excellent. I gathered that actually.
Depeche flights it outside the off sub. Nice looking shot, but there's a man diving deep precisely for that shot. So no sling for this time, and
Not even a Sony 6.
well, that would have been bigger. Maybe I'll give you some more. This one's in the air. Will somebody get on it or will it go over the boundary? Apparently, it's sailing over the boundary like a NASA rocket.
So that was a Sony 6 then.
And it was a Sony 6 exactly, David. Let's take a look at that replay.
A lovely shot. Right toward the Sony pavilion end.
Exactly.
It's always nice to see a 6 replayed like that. You know, it's a glorious shot.
So it's Depeche coming in from the Sony end. We're batting from the sling end.
Putting his heart into it.
And it's the left-hander, Karan Patel. This is a team with a lot of Patels. Here comes Depeche. Swung away.
And another Sony 6.
And another Sony 6.
Picking that up right away. A wonderful hook on that leg side.
So here comes Depeche once more, trying to. Oh, this one is swung away again, but didn't get a hold of it. But however, there's nobody there, so they'll get a couple of runs. Now, speaking of the pitch and so on, Jake DeMartigny just left to go back to Australia. Well, he'll stop over in Miami and then in LA on his way to Australia. Jake, of course, came from Sydney University and was assistant with pitch preparation over the past week. And this one is struck again up in the air. Will that be a boundary? No, as it's stopped by the man down there. But some good hitting here by Savan Patel and Karen. I like the close-ups on the bowlers. And this one will sail over the boundary for another Sony 6. It's amazing how these guys are picking up the ball so cleanly.
Right.
I don't know what West Virginia can do here, David.
They need some rarefied mountain air, I would say. Like,
it seems as though the NJIT guys are partial to spin.
Yeah.
So they'll be making hay while the sun shines. And maybe soon we'll see a shot to cow corner. Chops this one down, square the wicket on the offside, and they'll get a single. So already on 132, 33 with that single, 5 overs left. Their run rate right now excuse me. Wow, that was a gift. And it goes for a sling 4.
could have been a catch.
Yeah, I mean, he was in a position there, even if it was a bit in front of him.
Bowler, I think, is being slightly unlucky here because he's bowling his heart out. And I was talking earlier with Billy about this, about the dilemma of whether you run to catch that ball or try and stop the 4. When you miss the ball and it goes for 4, it's kind of like the icing on the cake. You know, it's the ultimate wrong decision.
Yeah, damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Exactly.
But this bowler's flighting it a lot. And if the batsman uses his feet quickly enough, or if he mistimes the flight,
exactly,
things can happen here. So it's so far it's been in the batsman's favor, and the Mountaineers are
gasping for air at the moment. So conceivably, you could make 200, you think, and that would be a very, very good score on this wicket.
On the stadium pitch. That's a huge total.
Yeah. Yeah.
The boundaries are also set out a bit.
Right.
So it's not as small boundaries as you often get.
Yeah, so creating an uphill task here, NGIT for the Mountaineers.
Yeah. The Mountaineers will need to have a peak performance.
They will, really will. I was talking earlier to Billy about the whether we should start marking, and also Hassan would agree that fielding should be marked. As you know, just like in baseball, you can have a fault, and that goes against the fielder. And with this digital age that we're in now, I think you're in a much better position to judge whether a fielder was misfielded or was fielded accurately, and that statistical column would help them in the selection process. What do you think about that, Lloyd?
Oh, definitely. It is a feature that we can add merely because we have the technical ability now to do so.
Right.
Of course, there's a degree of subjectiveness to it, but certain things are clear-cut. So if someone misfields, and there's a run, that's a clear error.
Right.
Whether it's 1 run for 4 runs,
exactly,
that can be marked as an error. So there is a methodology that can be followed to make it somewhat objective. The subjective part of, like there it was, he did stop the ball, but he didn't grasp it cleanly. So it can vary about whether you grasp it cleanly or you actually lose it and you pick it up back. That's the subjective part. But don't bother even trying to assess that.
Right.
The error is what matters.
Yeah.
And the cost
of
the error. So whether it's 1, 2, 3, or 4 runs, it's an error.
Right.
And therefore you mark it as an error. A drop catch is obviously an error.
I mean, these high catches, which cost a lot of teams wickets, if you find a fielder can't catch the high catch, perhaps he should get assessed 2 points or 3 points, to force these players to improve their fielding at all levels of the game as well.
Well, that's the part where I don't want to say I would disagree, because I don't really disagree. But I think that's where the subjective part would come in.
Right.
We might say, is a high catch that much more difficult than a slip catch. Your typical slip catch, that's pretty subjective,
very
right?
subjective, yeah.
So one thing we can say definitely, an error happened.
Yeah.
So we call it an error.
Yeah. And that was a nice catch there by Chowdhury. He's just getting his water and runs there between the two of them. And now we've got in a new batsman. So the veteran Chowdhury bringing in the wicket.
So finally,
great shot
Savan
there.
Patel going. He'd come in at number 3. Scored 51 of 46 deliveries. Was picking it up recently. As we see this one flighted, and it's pulled away down to the man on the square leg boundary. So Salik Iqbal is a high-scoring batsman that scored 7. Bixar Patel 14. Savan Patel 51 of 46 deliveries, 3 fours, 3 sling fours, and 3 Sony sixes. Kevin Shah 46 off 24. He really sped up the scoring, and of course later on Savan did that. Savan's innings, David, was such a good innings. He kept his hand going.
Absolutely.
Whilst Kevin was hitting the ball, and that's when his time came. He started hitting the ball.
Yeah, no, he's able to pick up the slack very, very effectively, and that's a sign of a
So
batsman.
NJIT looking pretty good right now.
So Anadeep, just finished his over there, and now we have Moiz Usmani back on again. Opening bowler coming in to take these final overs. He bowled very effectively in the first 2, so medium pacer, right arm over. This time he gets hit for a Sony 6 right into the stands over mid-on. A beautiful shot. It's not what you look for from your closing bowler, but that's NGIT are a very confident side right now. They're hitting very well and very crisply, and they've got plenty of wickets in hand, so they can take risks. But frankly, with shots like that, you don't need to. So they're taking the game right to the Mountaineers, climbing the mountain quite steadily against the grain, and that's a catch. There's another Chowdhury catch. That's back-to-back catches by Soil Chowdhury. Will be very happy with that. He just loves this game so much. And so we have a Sony wicket, and that was good bowling by Usman, who just jammed it down into the pitch there to get that bounce that created the upper edge that created the catch.
Yeah, David, now a little bit of a turn in the complexion of the game.
Absolutely. 2 quick wickets will make a change.
So 154 now for 5 in the 17th over, and
here comes the captain.
I'm not sure why Sagar Patel is coming this low in the batting. This guy can he can score runs, so I really would love to hear what's the logic in him coming so late in the order. But
he's a very confident batsman, and I think he feels it can probably move it along.
No, but to me, he's such a good batsman. He should have been batting higher. Not that they needed him to. They've been doing great.
Yeah.
So I guess it doesn't matter.
Coming at the death here, this makes him. He's a tough guy to get out, and he knows how to put the runs on the board. So I would say it's a good strategic move on his part. He's a very confident player. I do like that aspect of him. Usman, and again, he's already picked up a wicket in this over. Been hit for a 6. It's been quite a lively over. And they're playing a miss. So Usman's definitely getting some different results on each ball.
We have areas where the umpires are awesome.
Yeah.
And we get to work with some of the best ones in.
You do, areas. Well, especially this Florida
group. Let's watch this delivery. He struck well over covers for a Sony 6, and that barely cleared the ropes, but that's because he hit it on a low trajectory.
Yes.
Kind of like a rocket. Mm-hmm. And it was a Sony 6. So
well, that was kind of a parabolic trajectory, I think they're kind of like a rocket, Lloyd, huh? It did go kind of like that.
I think you're right.
Yeah. Kind of an upper edge-ish type of thing, you know. I like these yellow stumps, Lloyd. What's the story behind that? I haven't seen these
Well,
yellow stumps in action
I
before.
invented those.
You did?
Yes.
That's nice. Was it the same designer that came up with the Mountaineer shirt?
Oops. I think I let out a secret there.
So stopped on the boundary there. We almost had a sling 4 there. Well, we got some action there from Westmain. Gave us a 6 and a wicket. And mixed results, but effective. None the same. All the same, in fact.
So here it is. West Virginia University versus NJIT in the 11th American College Cricket National Championship, playing for the David and
Paula
Patsy,
Williams Trophy.
David and Patsy Williams Trophy.
Yeah.
There's a story behind that.
Yeah.
But suffice to say that the trophy this year is the David and Patsy Williams Trophy.
Well, we'll give Paula her due this time.
I'm sorry, David and Paula
yeah.
Williams Trophy.
Paula's just recovering from surgery, and we wish her the best.
Nice confident catch down on the boundary by Depeche. I took it. It's high enough that it would have gone for a Sony 6 if he had not taken it. It was a good shot by the batsman. And into his chest, basically. Well, it didn't hit him in the chest, but that's where he took the catch.
Yep.
Jumped up a bit to get it, so it was actually slightly higher. So NJIT now really just trying to strike the ball and pile up some runs in the closing stages. So they are actually on 163 for 5. Quite a big change, though.
Yep.
Not so much in their favor, but in favor of the Mountaineers.
And the captain now trying to stabilize the innings, coming in initially to head out. That was a nice catch by Deepesh there in the deep, and I'm sure he's pleased with that. So we've had 3 nice catches.
Well, he was in Depeche mode.
He was in Depeche mode, that's right. There was music in his activity out there. Would you consider doing some music next year, Lloyd, for this tournament? Do you think that would be a good idea?
Music has complications, as you know.
Yeah.
You got to get copyright. You got to pay for, and that's a 4. That's a sling 4 down to back square. Good shot, and still trying to get the scorer, keep the score up. Of course, in these final overs, they're batted correct way as we watch the replay. Yes, he pulled that full toss away, and that's a sling 4. But, if you wanted me to sing, perhaps I could do that.
Well, that's what I was thinking, and there's no copyright problem for you. I mean, we could have a karaoke tournament or something in the evening.
Actually, we were supposed to have one, but
Yeah.
the venue didn't come through. I'm really a little disappointed we did. Very disappointed we didn't do it because, and I'm serious,
Yeah.
it's a great feature to add to the tournament.
Well, I think music in general goes well with cricket. And,
Yeah.
I've been to events where groups like Berlin have played and so on, and it's nice.
He's struck
lovely
that
shot.
one in here. Will that be another great? Oh, what a beautiful piece of juggling, and it's Depeche mode again.
Yeah. Depeche is having a good time out there.
Yes, that catch was like music. I mean, it was beautiful. Check this out on the replay.
Yeah. I mean, that's a sling 4 catch right there. Look at that. Beautiful job. Both hands.
Wow, we got that.
And he's excited. That's a wonderful piece of photography. Well done, guys. Beautiful stuff. And he deserves to be very happy with that. That was a real effort on his part. So 2 back-to-back excellent deep catches. You see, a fielder like that should be rewarded for such fine fielding, and that should be a statistic.
Well,
That's just my
that
thought.
statistic we do have.
Yeah.
Because we do count catches.
That's true. That's true. You do capture that. But I think you'd add a third dimension to the selection process for cricket, for example.
No, absolutely, I agree with you. We
Yeah.
should be counting errors at this stage.
I mean, Jonty Rhodes, not necessarily known for his batting, but his fielding was just absolutely remarkable. I mean, people are always amazed at his accuracy in throwing that ball and all the throwouts that he got, close in fielding. Collingwood was very good at point. You remember various fielders. But in fact, Silly Midpoint was named for Horan, who was a first silly mid-point on the Australian team.
This one's pitched directly on the middle stump.
So silly mid-on used to be Horan's mid-on at one point. So been seeing some exciting cricket in this final over, 4 final overs of this team.
So Depeche in the action a lot here, and now here he is bowling.
Man of all seasons. So he has the option, Lloyd, of slinging this ball or actually bowling it. What would you do? I think he should bowl this one. And he does indeed. Getting some height there.
You're watching the American College Cricket National Championship presented by Sling. And it's a pleasure to have Sling supporting us for the 3rd year. This one's pulled away. Well, yes, there's a man down on the boundary. So they think about another one. And this is close.
Oh.
A lot of excitement there. All by himself is Depeche. And this is a man who just took a couple of remarkable catches. So very athletic fielder.
Got hurt on
Seems
that
to
a
have
little
hurt
bit.
him something. His hand. He'll recover.
Looks like it.
Here he comes. Once more, right arm. Oh, and he put that right where the batsman could swing at it and get it away. Nice stop, nice work on the boundary, preventing that sling 4. And that's Satish. So the pitch is a tall,
Athletic. And that was a really good effort there by that West Virginia fielder, stopping that boundary.
The pitch once more. Oh, this one came in, but the batsman picked it up and pulled it away. Man at the boundary comes around and gets to it and stops that from being more than what they could run. So West Virginia trying to keep the total down in these closing stages of this innings. 174 for 7 in the final over. A good pullback from where it was. Nice looking shot at 147 for 3 to get NJIT down to this total. And incidentally, it's the NJIT Highlanders
Okay.
versus the West Virginia Mountaineers.
So what is the difference between a Highlander and a Mountaineer?
I think you would know.
I was just curious. I guess, one climbs scales peaks and the other one just hangs in the mountains. I mean,
So
quite distinctive in a way. Yeah.
a very much a mountain theme here in the finals of the American College Cricket National Championship.
Because if you want to be ethnic, you call it a Scottish Highlander or something like that.
175 for 8. 1 delivery left. Let's see who wins this battle on the end. Well, it's Depeche Boland. Let's put up. Oh, and he gives them a run with that wide.
So he lost that one.
But Depeche has performed magnificently for his team in the closing stages of this innings because he
He's definitely been in Depeche mode, hasn't he?
he not only bowled, but he he gets the outside edge, but he's taking catches and incredible catches. So that's the end of the innings, and let's wrap it up for you. We'll get the next innings started right away. But Viksar Patel scored 14 for NJIT. Salik Iqbal 7 Patel 51. A key innings, 7 Patel. Stayed there for a while and opened up to get 3 sling 4s and 3 Sony 6s. Kevin Shah, a very fast 46 and 24 deliveries, 5 sling 4s and 2 Sony 6s. Karen Patel, 15 and 11. Neil Patel, 7 and 3. Neil Patel has scored a century in this national championship. Sagar Patel, he's the captain, 9 runs and 5 deliveries. Kapil Khanna, 6 4. Meet Shaw not out in 6. Ray Ramner 10, 0 on 1. And in the bowling, Most successful was Sai Krishna, Anudeep, Paraitam. 3 wickets for 11 runs. Moiz Usman, captain, 2 for 29. So we'll be right back with the second innings. The fall of wickets went like this: 16, 35, 100, 147, 5 for 154, 6 for 163, 7 for 168, and 8 for 175. As you can see, there was an innings ended at 177. After from 147 to 4, there was a bit of crumble of the tail. Of course, the main reason was because they were going for their shots. And eventually, NJIT Highlanders, 177 for 8. West Virginia will give their response. And this is set up to be just as exciting as the previous semis did.
Yeah.
Because it's a high total to chase, but we know West Virginia has some strong batting.
Absolutely.
It'll be great to watch.
All right, we have Sawan Patel here, a guy who scored the half century in the finals, 51 of 46 balls. Sawan, you played really well there with Kevin and anchored the innings to a big total. What are your thoughts about it?
Thank you. I think we got a pretty good total on the board. One's about 170 odd. It's a nice wicket to bet on too, but it's still a big total. So we'll try to restrict them as low as possible.
Did you ever let the pressure of the finals get to you? It doesn't seem like it.
No, not really. You just play the game, have fun. That's the most important part. No pressure.
Are you confident about the total?
Yeah, we got a good total, but at the same time, we also got to bowl well and just try to restrict them as low as possible.
All right, good luck for the game.
All right, thank you so much.
Now we have Sai Anudeep ready here. Sai, you took 3 wickets of 2 overs. What do you think about this game now?
I think 170 is a good target to chase on this wicket. Like once the batsman is set, it's coming onto the bat. But provided that you bowl some slow balls, then it's going to be a little difficult getting to bat on. Those are the ones which are like difficult to bat.
Are you confident about your team chasing this score?
We have a pretty good solid top order. So as you have seen in the other league matches, we have been scoring 200s and all. And I hope we'll be scoring and winning the match today.
All right, best of luck for the game.
FNU.
So Chowdhury looking on as the bowler comes in, and we tried to do a scoop which didn't work. Bit of a low percentage scoop, I'd say, that far outside the off stump. It's the sort of thing that would work more over to the leg or middle, and kind of early on you don't even know what the timing is, so a bit optimistic, I would say, as the Sagar Patel, captain of NGIT, tries to bring his team home for this would be a first victory in American college cricket. Slams are one outside the off stump, and gets a dot ball, the gold standard in this game. So Sagar's had a very good series here, 2019 again, striking well outside the off stump, and the batsman is just somewhat surprised that he's not getting called wide. So he's got to move out to that ball if he's going to start putting some runs on the board with it. So Sagar in, slams the ball down, and this time batsman does connect, and it goes down to deep point. The first runs of the innings. So Sagar Patel must be feeling somewhat excited. You know, it should be quite easy to protect a score of 170, 177 for 8, NGIT. And again, a miss hit. So Sagar creating problems here for the West Virginia Mountaineers. So Chowdhury switches ends. So 176 runs needed in 19.1 overs, or 115 balls. So Salik coming on to bowl. He's got a very stylish moustache there with the clipped ends. He looks like a wing commander. He loves his cricket. So we've got two very experienced Pakistani origin cricketers facing each other right now, which is kind of fun. Salik goes back to his mark. Slams that ball in, and it's going to be high and possibly catchable. But no, he gets it over that inner ring in this power 6, as Billy Taylor taught us. Very important first 6 overs. Sets the tone for the rest of the innings. And right now, the Mountaineers are struggling even to put some runs on the board. But they do get a couple there. And he bowls him. I think that came off his pads. We'll see on the replay, but he'd looked very uncomfortable out there. And out goes the opener. So Rahul, the opening batsman, dug out early by NGIT, and Sahel And in comes Raj Shekhar. That's a magnificent moustache, Sahel. He must be feeling pretty happy with that wicket right now. He comes for his third ball of the over. This one much slower. He's moving that ball in quite considerably. And Sohail Chowdhury gets hit on the wrist there as he's running to the other end. Actually, he's just running back into his crease and hit him quite hard. Seems to have avoided the joint though, so should come back in all right. Be a bruise there in the morning. Lovely bowling action, slams that ball down, goes high. Good job there by number 9. Rahul doing a great job keeping that ball down. So the Mountaineers are going to have to really earn their runs here. Again, an excellent ball coming right into the batsman. Variable pace, the previous one slammed down, this one up on a length. And that's wide. Uncharacteristic ball for Sohail. Sorry, Salek. Goes down fine on the leg side. Nothing doing. So Raj Shekhar here just trying to build an innings, as we've heard from Hassan, how important that is. Very effective over here by Salek. Chops down on that on the offside and straight to the fielder. Very tidy over. So West Virginia now 6 runs on the board. With a wicket down and 2 overs gone. It's a good shot, but straight to a fielder. So Savan back into bowl. Sorry, Saga, captain. Slams the ball down on the offside. It's a beautiful shot by Chowdhury. Cuts it down to the on the offside there to the boundary. Just picks up a single. Now we get some lovely light in this final section of the American College Cricket Finals. So we're going to be rain-free, which is wonderful. And in comes Sagar, bowling very well. As the sun comes out on the batsman, on Raj. So Sagar to Raj. Both teams had a great tournament. Slams that ball in, fast on the offside. This time he's given a wide by the umpire. So it's good to have Hassan here in the booth with me in this final run of 2019.
Thanks, David, for having me. Certainly NJIT looks the favorite to me.
I would agree with you right now. They certainly look to be in the driver's seat.
Absolutely.
Do you see any potential upset at all? Any change?
I would like to see a close game. I really hope Western Virginia really go
First
hard.
boundary here. Sorry, I'm just going to interject. First boundary here, sling 4 off.
Beautifully
second.
driven.
Yeah, as a lovely shot. So we should notice that. Yeah. Getting back to your analysis here.
Yeah, I would love to see a close game here. I think they have nothing to lose at this point. They're chasing a big total on this wicket. I don't think they should hold themselves back. They should come out and play positive and just go all in.
Exactly. Might as well. I was actually telling Lloyd earlier that with this sort of score, there's potential for getting a century out there, which would be nice to have in a final for a change.
Yeah, that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
And if
Chops
they're
that one down.
Yeah, and if they're in finals, that means they're a good team. It will, this game will test their batting. If they bat deep, they have a good chance here. 178. The wicket is playing good, though. What we have seen in the past, I think it's there was some work done.
Right. Oh yeah.
Do you know anything about that?
Well, Billy was saying it's the best wicket he's seen, and he's saying the wickets are getting better and better. So he was very impressed by the quality of the wicket, and I think that says something about the curator that come in.
Beautifully driven over the cover for 4.
Love it. So sling 4 over covers, and this is what we need to see from West Virginia. They're going to have to be aggressive, aren't they,
Absolutely.
to catch this score.
Driven nicely. That's a good start. I like that. I like the intention.
Yeah.
Western Virginia is now on 18 after 2 overs, and they've lost 1 wicket. So they need to keep going. They're chasing a big total, and they can't afford to slow down at any point.
Right.
So they need to make sure they take quick singles, keep the scoreboard moving.
And those 2 fours came off, good bowling by Sagar, the captain. So he's now been put back in his psychological box a little bit by the very experienced Chowdhury. His brother, we said earlier, has been in the Guinness Book of Records 4 times.
Shot. That's a beautiful shot.
Cut off there at the boundary. And he's just going to get a single for that.
Hey, you mentioned something interesting. So you said that Chaudhry's brother has been...
Yeah, Chowdhury's brother, who just died last year apparently at age 49, was in the Guinness Book of Records, just telling me earlier today, as the goalkeeper that has kept goal. Here we go, coming in here. It's a lovely shot. And it's over the boundary for a sling 4. So Chowdhury really is going to get in the flow.
That was a class shot.
It really was a class shot. Yeah. And so he's the goalkeeper for Pakistan, and for the most times of any international player. And he was the only goalie that scored in an international game to help win the match, and that was in the shootout in a tied game. And he had a couple of other records in there as well. I'm not sure that it is still up there, but to be a 4-time entrant in Guinness Book of Records is quite impressive. So
that
Pakistan should be proud of that.
For sure.
Yeah.
Glad to hear that, and thanks for sharing it with
so
our viewers.
So Chowdhury is, he's come from a very strong sporting family.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Well, it's never easy for family.
Yeah, exactly. I have Dr. Wazam Mirza on my team, who I opened the batting with for like 10 years, and his brother's son was killed in Pakistan recently. It's very sad when that happens to a family.
That is sad. Losing anybody from a family member is very heartbreaking, for sure.
Yeah. So, life can change in a flash, an instant.
You just don't know when it's your time, Dave.
Yeah.
So might as well, stay
Enjoy it.
positive, spread the love.
Yeah.
This is the best way to do it.
Exactly.
Giving these young lads an opportunity to, rather than, put their energy on things which they shouldn't, and just come out and get together and play the game they love. And kudos to American college cricket and all the organizations who provide these type of opportunities, sports opportunity. I think it's very crucial to have your kids, your family involved in any type of sport. I'm a lover. I'm a cricket lover, so I would definitely, would love to see more kids playing cricket for sure.
Exactly.
But,
that's a lovely shot. Look at that. A hook there for 4, slick shot by Chowdhury. Chowdhury's already had.
Chowdhury's looking good. I like that. I like his intention.
Oh, he's a great batsman, and he really has never fired properly. I mean, I know he's probably with 4 games now, this may be his moment because he's just hit
he
3
looks
fours.
to me. He looks to me a strong lad.
Oh, he's
and-
very long. He's very strong, yeah. And that's a whole other story in itself, isn't it? The way the Pashtun culture has come into cricket. I mean, it was not there during the British time.
Right.
And as soon as you get rid of the British, the Pashtuns come in and have changed the face of Pakistani bowling, face of cricket with their, put strong Punjabi bodies, let's face it. And, this is what you're seeing. I mean, the power hitting.
Chaudhary is going at it.
Yeah.
I like it. I
Well,
like his
he's
intention.
totally aggressive. I mean, comes from a family that's world class as far as the sport is concerned.
Love his intention.
Yeah.
He's
So-
swinging hard.
Yeah, so
He's not holding himself back at all.
4 fours. That's one way to keep the captain back in his. In this case, it is Salek Iqbal, who is also a very good cricketer, scored 3 centuries. So you're 2 alpha Pashtuns going up against each other. That's frank.
Good to see that. Good
Yeah.
to see that.
Now, there's another thing I wanted to ask you about, Hassan. You know this from behind the scenes, and that's play and miss there. This time, there seems to be Airbnb seems to be a place where more of the players have come. How important is it to be in a hotel in terms of morale development for the team, as opposed to an Airbnb where you might have the team split up? Or I guess if they find an Airbnb where they can put 15 guys, that's not a problem. But you don't get the interaction with the other teams when you're doing that. So
Yeah,
what
well,
are your
look,
thoughts on that?
that's a good question, and
It's a money question.
it's a tough question for sure, especially
Well played there, Richard.
look, I'm a strong believer, David, that things like that is like again that's my advocate side coming out.
Right.
from-
I like to see the advocate
right?
side. Makes you a good union man.
Yeah, absolutely. I am all in for creating jobs
Right.
and saving jobs,
Yeah.
not to support.
Oh, it's a lovely. Going to be a 6, is it?
That's a biggie. That
That's
was
a
a-
glorious 6. I mean, that's fabulous stuff.
Awesome.
And Salek is going to be somewhat surprised by that, I think. So Chowdhury has got nothing to lose here. This may even be his last college cricket game. Who knows? And he's going all out. I love it.
Beautiful shot. Just look at it.
Yeah.
Just look at it. It's a top quality shot, straight
Yeah.
down the ground,
Oh.
over the bowler's head.
He's a top quality player. You just haven't had the opportunity because he got out early. It's like seeing Scott Ryan earlier get out. You never get to see the full range of
Right.
shots. But when they're in the flow, it's gorgeous.
It could be his day. He may be the one who
Yep.
win them the game by a century, and he's up to a good start, and that brings Western Virginia to 39 after 4. That's what they needed, and that's where they
He's
are.
doing it, yeah. And he's perfectly capable of rising to the occasion because I've seen him do it.
Yeah,
He's a
so
good-
as you know, that now my focus is on the Canadian college cricket. So
Right.
I'm not involved with Ryerson now. The young leadership has taken on.
Yeah.
My focus
Lovely
is
shot there. And it's through point there for a lovely cut for 4 runs for a sling 4. And this is
Nicely
exciting to see West Virginia decide to rise to the occasion. I mean,
brilliant.
this is great finals cricket, and this is what people come to watch. This is great stuff. We've got a good game going on.
Beautiful shot for sure.
So the bowler is Jamdin Kaswami, and he's getting hit there for the first 4 off his bowling. But
Do you know anything about this batsman who cut it so nicely? Have you?
no, I have not watched this, so this is all new to me now. And we're going to get a 6 again.
Oh, that was a biggie.
It's a biggie.
That would have been a 6 in any ground.
Oh yeah, that was a gorgeous shot, and it looked effortless. I mean, it just came off pretty bottom-handed. And I think it was you that mentioned earlier that Chowdhury was pretty much a bottom-hand player as well. So we've got the bottom-handers giving it a go right now.
Yeah, that's the way. That's the way to go about chasing a big total, and they both
We're getting
have taken on the bowlers and putting them
Yep.
under pressure.
Which is-
I like the intention.
Yeah.
Smart
they're-
cricket.
And they're playing smart cricket. I mean, they're not trying to hit everything. I mean, that was obviously a good defensive shot right there.
So far, we have seen a proper cricketing shots. Going straight, using straight bat, over covers, over a long on.
So
Brilliant.
Raj Shakar is who you're watching right now, and he taps that round to the leg side for another 4. Looked effortless. Just as absolutely fabulous cricket. So,
Brilliant.
yeah. So we've had 5 4s and a 6 all in the space of the last 10 balls. That really changes the complexion of the game. And we've got a match here now. And as I said, with Lloyd, 100 runs would be great on this pitch for him. It would just be really good for the game.
and that brings Western Virginia to 53 after 4 overs. This is the 5th over bowling. NJIT have a top quality bowling attack, but they feeling the pressure for sure by Chaudhary and
Chaudhary and we've got Raj. Yeah, and that's a wide. I'm pretty sure that was way outside the crease there. Yeah, signal wide. So really, for the first time, the NGIT seem to be losing their rhythm. They've been pushed back on their heels a little bit by these two.
Absolutely, and that's credit to the top quality batsman, taken straight down the ground for a big 6.
So Raj
is on fire.
Is emerging as an amazing batsman here in combination with Chaudhary, who's got a lot to prove, having failed here in the first quarterfinals that he came in on. Semi-finals. So
gone. That was a biggie. Beautiful shot. Raj is not holding back. I believe, his teammates would be quite happy with the start they have got so far. They're already on 60 runs after 5 overs.
And they're
to a good start.
First 2 overs, I think they had about 2 runs in the first 2 overs. So this remarkable comeback. So they're well on target for getting the 177 with this sort of pace. And they're playing their shots, which is gorgeous to watch. So let's hope the sunshine holds up a little bit. We may move on to lights if we have to, but I think this game could be finished in the daylight. Just a little dab down there to the offside for a single.
Very smartly done.
And now they're rotating the batting very well too, which gives them a chance. Straight back. Bats well to Karan Patel's bowling here. We haven't really seen much spin bowling from NGIT yet. They haven't brought on the spinners. They're relying on the faster bowlers at the moment, but we'll see.
Correct me if I'm wrong, David. Karan Patel, isn't he the batsman who scored a fabulous 60 against Ryerson, or was Rohan Patel?
Yeah. I'd have to go back and look because we've got so many Patels on this team. I'm afraid to say. I think 7. So it's very. I wouldn't want to be misquoted.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, it would be pure speculation if I gave you that answer. But there's no question that Patel is capable of having scored that.
I like your positivity for sure.
And
well
again,
bowled.
a nice piece of bowling and a good dab down to pick up a single. So these guys, even against good bowling, are keeping the score rotating. Because it's a long haul. This is the 5th game a lot of these teams have played, right? Back to back in 3 days.
Your fitness gets tested.
Yeah.
What a pickup. That's gone for 4 runs.
That's a sling 4 all the way there on the onside. Lovely shot by Chaudhary. So that takes him, he's got 5 5s and a 6 now. So 26 in boundaries that I can recall. And so doing exactly what the doctor ordered.
Chaudhary must be making his family proud here with this.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, he's probably playing this in memory of his brother right now as we speak.
Beautiful shot. Chaudhary is class.
Flicks.
David. I've seen a lot of batsmen, but I must say he's one of the most composed player, and his reach is
phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
He's a tall man.
Tall, strong man.
Yeah.
So after 6 overs, Western Virginia is on 70 for the loss of 1 wicket. I think they got the start what they needed.
They did.
Now NGIT.
We hope they get the finish that they need. I mean, if these two can be there, then it'd be an amazing final.
Yeah, but I would like to see some wickets going down, and a bit of a thrill, bit of drama here.
You're drama now. Well, if these guys win, it'll be total drama. Yes.
I just hope it gets close, right?
Yeah.
I hope there's ups and downs.
You like that dramatic tension.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, you like the ebbs and the flows that you had in your game.
Yeah, I would like to see NGIT picking up a wicket or 2.
Yeah,
for sure.
Well, and played very comfortably there, picking up the spin, moving his feet. So in Raj we have a very nice new bat announcing himself to American college cricket. It's actually a joy to watch.
Yeah, and if you look at Raj, what I like about him, he knows his limitation. He's not come across as technically a strong player. He's not moving his feet much.
Lovely
but
drive.
his hand-eye coordination is really good,
Right.
and he's just waiting for his zone.
Yep, he waits
Right,
the ball to come onto him. He's not forcing it.
Absolutely. As you can see, he stands still. He doesn't move his foot at all.
Yeah.
But he throws at it, and
Right.
he knows his limitations there. So which is quite good.
Yeah. And these two seem to have a pretty good understanding, these batsmen. And in fact, the last shot that Chowdhury paid there, that single, again, he just leant into it. I mean, it was just very nice to watch. So
Chowdhury on strike.
3 singles, and
Ooh,
then
well
dabs that
bowled.
one down. But they still got a single out of it.
I don't know why bowler was appealing. Came off middle of a bat.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem happy about it.
No. You look for intervention from the gods. at
Cut
this
it
stage.
nicely.
Beautiful shot.
Raj.
Raj
You
is really...
beauty. What a shot.
What a sling 4 that was. That's, I mean, again, just a glorious covered... Well, I guess it was a cut, really, at that point. Came down
Raj
late
is
on it.
on fire.
Yeah, there it comes. It's a cut. Yeah,
I bet he
beautiful
must
shot.
be making Simran quite proud of him.
Absolutely. And,
It's from Bollywood movies.
that I know, thanks to you. Okay, that's a mishit, but they still got to run off it. So you like the Bollywood movies?
Yeah.
What's your favorite? You watch a lot of those. I go down to my local restaurant in Silver Lake and sit there and watch.
yeah.
It's
Back
it's
in
kind
the
of-
days, I used to watch a lot, but now, don't.
You don't have time, right? You're
No,
too busy unionizing the Toronto Cricket Club, right?
100.
That's a big staff.
I was quite surprised myself.
They feed a lot of people then, huh? Is it mainly
it's
restaurant workers?
Yeah, a lot of sports activities go at the club.
And of course they got ice hockey and curling and all the rest.
Correct. Curling, ice hockey. They have tennis there. They have cricket. It's
That's
one of
another
the
shot.
famous
Ronnie
locations.
Patel.
Oh my God! What a biggie, David.
That was
that
just a
has gone
Sony 6
stands.
of all. Yeah, that's just cleared the fence and into the.
And I think they're changing the gears quite nicely.
Yes, yeah. So this is exciting stuff and glorious cricket. So,
Again, this young lad from NJIT, and forgive me for not remembering his name, but I really like his bravery and his heart. I think he would be a good spinner down the road.
Right.
But what he's lacking here is, variation. He seems
right.
to flight the ball, which is fantastic. I love it, but he needs to vary the pace and flight.
Right. This is Ronnie Patel we're talking about right here,
Ronnie
coming
Patel,
into the ball.
yeah.
Yeah. And he pushes that a little bit leggish. He gets away with it. American college cricket, no, he doesn't get away with it.
Absolutely.
So there's a wide.
To a quality player, if you're going to flight the ball, you got to get ready.
This is interesting. This is a good test for his flight and against a good batting. And what do we got going
Chance
here?
of a catch here.
And it's over the boundary for... Oh, he stopped it. That was a great piece of fielding. So there's...
I think he pulled it in from outside.
I think he did.
We would have to see for a recap here.
Yeah.
I think he just pulled it off from
So
outside.
Very uppish. There it goes. Covering across. Goes... No. And, flicked it. It was about to bounce
Well
over, and
done.
he flicked
Well
it.
done.
Yeah,
Good work there.
instinctive play. Now we're seeing some very exciting stuff here. So, got a bit of everything with the Ronnie Patel now, really trying to tempt these batsmen to giving up their wickets. Here we go again. Bang. This time, is it big enough? Is the fielder there? And it looks as though we've got an easy Sony 6 right there.
Raj is unstoppable here. He's throwing everything out and he's connecting it.
Look at this, bang. And it's going right over mid-wicket there, almost hitting the Broward Parks and Rec Gaban there.
Kind of reminds me of Sehwag, even though he's not strong on cut, but
Yeah.
he has that hand-eye coordination touch about him. He stands and he delivers.
He does. And he's got that superior quality of being able to steer it around the existing fielders. I mean, he learned from the first mistake and hit it slightly harder than the next. So interesting, Ronnie's bowling with his glasses on, so he's got a special set of eyewear there, I would say.
Yeah, it's, I don't know how bowlers are able to bowl with the glasses or bat.
Yeah.
I have always find it annoying. That's why I always put the contact lenses in.
Yeah, right. So you use contacts, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that, again, I think everyone is different. If that works for him, good for him.
Yeah.
Vittori, the New Zealand captain, ex-captain, he played all his cricket with glasses. He never had a problem. I just couldn't.
Yeah. Beautiful shot there.
Well played by Chaudhary.
So he's not looking to hit everything. Now I saw Vittori play here and with McCullum as well, with doing the scoop shots from the original, inventor of the scoop shot, as far as I was concerned. I mean, it was just gorgeous to see him play on this wicket.
Yeah, and I was just
chopped it down.
I was speaking with Duncan, who basically a man and brain behind the stadium here.
Yeah.
He was mentioning how Pakistan would be playing East West Indies in Labor Day here.
Right.
And India would be playing West Indies as well. So we have quite a
lot of cricket
coming here,
yeah.
which is fantastic.
Well, the Indian, I think BCCI has designated this as a place to have cricket played, so they can satisfy their Indian audience. And really, the game is being raised at higher levels all the time in the United States. Whether the existing people want to know about it or not, it's up to them to grow their game or fail. So that's the challenge that all of us entities we're going to face. Here is Chaudhary showing why we should be expanding the game, because it's glorious to see him bat. Just picks that up nicely and just a single, comfortable single there.
I would certainly love to see Chaudhary getting picked for American All-Star team.
Yes, I think it'd be.
He's a quality batsman.
Right.
And even Raj, like the way he's playing his shots.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Just dabs that down, just another single. No, just decides not to choose it.
Yeah, this is the line and length which they should be bowling, and full credit to this young lad here.
Yep. So the young lad is Jamin Goswami.
I think I spoke too soon.
Yep.
Raj, gone for one more 6 here. Raj is on fire.
A fluent Sony 6. Look at that.
Anything on his radar, he's gonna go.
Yep.
He would not hold himself back.
He must be seeing this ball like a balloon right now, I would say.
He's seeing the ball well, and that takes them past 100 already.
Yeah, already. So Goswami, and they're looking just so comfortable. There's no stress in what they're doing. It's just like another single there as it moves it along for 101.
By the look of it, it seems like NJIT has dropped their shoulders.
Yes. I think they've not seen the sort of fight back before.
Yeah, you're right. I think they haven't been tested to this potential yet.
And this often happens. You see this. I saw this happen to Auburn. They came in on the semi-final, and all of a sudden it just totally wilted, and we're all out for very few runs. And fortunately, they put on a good score. So that decision to bat first was probably a very good one, because if they'd seen West Virginia do batting like this, they may have wilted previously. The psychology of this game is fascinating.
Spot on.
Yeah.
Raj is on strike.
And chops that
Cut
down
it nicely for a single.
Yep.
That brings Chaudhary to the strike, but is it the end of the over? That is the end of the over.
That's the end of the over. So what? 110, 1 wicket down, 8 overs gone. My goodness. At this rate, we could have 200 runs on the board in 6 of commentating in various ways. So enjoy. This is a decade-long opportunity right here.
Absolutely. One of the best finals for sure.
And
Quality batting by Chaudhary and Raj.
Absolutely. And it's good to have a batsman, explaining the joy. And the fluency of the batting is what I'm loving. I mean, they're not mishitting. It's just the timing is very good. Here we go again. Just dabs it out. Gets by the infield. I'm going to get a couple. No, we're not. We're going to get a single. That was just a little. To me, it just looked like a little knock. His timing is absolutely immaculate right now.
Phenomenal. Look at that.
And that's
Look
off the
that
captain.
Gentle touch.
Yeah, that's
Look
off
at that.
That's off the captain of the team.
The outfield is lightning quick.
Yeah.
The ground is playing fantastic.
It's dried out, and they're using the pace. They're using the pace of the outfield to really help them. So here's the climate coming into play, helping West Virginia. So that decision they made to to bat second. He's turning out to be genius at the moment.
And full credit to Chaudhary and Raj for it.
Yeah.
It was definitely not an easy, when they lost 1 wicket early on, but
Well, they came in. There was just two of those gone with just 2 runs on the board. I mean, it looked like a real uphill struggle at that point, and they just made it look so effortless in the comeback here. We got a real battle. That's a look at that.
Look at that.
Just
He's
jams it down.
Chaudhary is seeing the ball.
Yeah.
He's a quality batsman for sure. I think he has played some top quality level cricket back home.
Oh, no question. I mean, he's got a brother, as we've talked about, who's a world champion in his own field. And so he's got the mental toughness to bring this home.
Right there, dog. Want to make a video? Hold on.
So another flick there to the left-hand side, and another 4 runs. Beautiful. Just flick into the leg side there for a simple 4. So Sagar really trying hard to stop this flow of runs, and he's a good bowler. You're seeing some great shots against a good bowler. Don't mistake the fact that this is a bad bowling or anything along those lines. He's bowling off. He's wondering. This is not something he experiences very often. We all come up against these challenges on occasion. Nice, comfortable run-up. Now that was nice that he stopped, because he could have bowled if he'd wanted to. The umpire hadn't stopped him, and that was a gentlemanly act right there. He could have had a shot at Chaudhary without him watching, and he would have been well within his rights to do it. And misses that ball down the leg side. So NGIT now fighting hard to keep these runs down. They would dearly love a break if they could get it. Just a breakthrough, just a loose edge or something for a catch. I love that shot. Just a very strong bottom hand player. Keeps that ball on the ground. I'm just happy to stay in his... So that's 10 overs. And 120 on the board for 1 wicket, chasing 178. Just 58 runs needed with 10 overs. That's only a scoring rate of 5.8 with 9 wickets left. So what do you think, sir?
I think at this point it's Western Virginia game to lose.
Absolutely,
they're in the driving seat. They had a good start. Pretty much, half of the game is done. They have 9 wickets left. I don't see any serious threat unless they give away wickets and NGIT somehow find a way to get through their batting order. It's a tough uphill battle for NGIT. Somebody needs to, put their hand up and be ready to put a fight and pick up some wickets for the team.
Right. So we've got Raj here to face. Just 58 runs needed now on the highest scoring final of any game in the last 9 years in American college cricket. Brought to us by Sony and Sling. We're very fortunate to be watching a wonderful game. And Raj just steers that past the gully for a single. Again, making it look effortless. I mean, they are going to be feeling a little bit tired out there, and so tiredness mistakes could happen. But that's, again, just a lovely shot.
And that brings Chaudhary to the strike, who is on 41, just on 25 balls. And Raj have already scored his half century. He's on 65, just on 29 balls. 6 fours and 5 sixes.
That's amazing. So these guys have already put on 100 runs together. So that's also probably a record for American college cricket.
Shaking his head, he's saying that's not correct.
And
close appeal.
And the runs continue.
Raj is on 66, just on 30 balls. He has taken on NGIT.
Yes, he has.
He's not holding himself back. 5 big sixes.
As a football player, he took the team on his back,
And on that note, I would like to take a break and invite a man who has put on this beautiful show here for us.
And I will be handing over to Jeff Miller very shortly, who is with the Jamaica Talawas, and is here to watch one of the best finals we've ever seen in American college cricket. So this is exciting times for all concerned. And just to see Sohail Chowdhury just come into his own on a wonderful pitch and a great sunshine right now is just a magnificent moment. So into Chowdhury and just sweeps that off his legs effortlessly. And will it go for 4? Yes, another nice sling 4. So that's 7 fours for Chowdhury, as he just keeps the momentum, and the two of them, Raj and Chowdhury together, just playing extremely good cricket. Very exciting.
Yes, this is amazing. I, of course, was involved doing something else.
Yes, I will.
Next thing you know,
what would I expect?
next thing you know, they're at 199 for 1 after 8 overs.
Yeah.
This was astounding.
Yeah. I am so happy, for Chowdhury that this has happened, because he's been through a lot, and this is one way to come back and just have a good memory.
And it's
Sohail Chowdhury.
Awesome that we have this on Sony, because for anyone who missed it, like I missed the live, actually seeing it happen, we can see it at any point on Sony, and of course on Sling once it's shown. So yes, amazing really, and one of the benefits of having a broadcasting agreement with Sony.
And Raj just moving that ball around the field, and no run.
So now 51 runs needed in 9 overs, there's 54 balls. So as you can tell, with 9 wickets remaining, the required run rate is just 5.77. So that's clearly in West Virginia's favor.
Yes.
But as we all know, and as the saying goes, in cricket anything can happen.
Right.
So nothing is a given here, but these guys, Raj Shekhar on 6 and 7, and Sohail Chowdhury on 4 to 6 have done an amazing job.
A nice little
shot into the onside for a single.
Rotating the batting very effectively, these two. Running very well between the wickets.
So this would be an amazing story here either way. I mean, a high-scoring final and 2 teams that have never made it to the finals. Ray Ramatan bowling. And that one, this is his first over, Ray Ramatan. So far, good economy.
He hasn't been used much in this series.
No, just 3 runs scored off of it so far. Oh, and a very fine sweep there. And that'll go down to boundary by Sohail Chowdhury. So that's a sling 4 and a lovely shot. I like that, a fine sweep. So Ray Ramatan gets a boundary struck off of him. Karan Patel, we can see the other bowler bowling is 2 overs, 17 runs. And just 5.76 is the required run rate left here with 9 wickets in hand. That then to watch it, just slip away like this. It's here comes. Let's see who's the new bowler.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot. And that's another Sony 6.
So 6 runs there. That takes the total up to 100 and I'll tell you.
Well, we were saying earlier, Lloyd, that with this number of runs, it's possible that the team, batting second, could have a centurion amongst them. Have you ever had a centurion in the finals? I don't think so, right? And so Raj now is on, what is he on, 60?
No, we've never had a century in the stadium or in the finals. So that's, well, I mean, we don't want to count the chickens before anything, but it would be the first. Raj is heading in that direction, 7-7. So 7-7, 36 deliveries. Raj Shakar, 6 4s, 6 6s, and Sohail Chowdhury, 4-7 runs in 32 deliveries, but also playing some pretty good shots, even if he's playing second fiddle to Raj. And that's a single into the offside. Batting sensibly, not doing anything risky there.
Oh yeah, playing well within themselves, knowing that they got this game by the scruff of the neck, and all they have to do is just keep the ball ticking over, and that's what they're doing.
Well, this would
wonderful cricket.
This would definitely be characteristic of a peak performance.
Yes, absolutely.
Not only by the Mountaineers, but by anybody. And look at that vista of the fields with the Central Broward Regional Stadium with the trees over there.
We have a flat stadium with a peak on it right now. It's wonderful.
Here comes Jamin Goswami. Now, you're watching the American College Cricket National Championship presented by Sling, and this is the 11th, and it's been played in the Fort Lauderdale area, the Broward County Stadium. Jamin Goswami. That'll be another single again. Very sensible batting.
Very confident pair right now.
David, thanks for
It's been
the
wonderful.
hard work.
Good. Thank you very much.
So Jeff is the CEO of Worldwide Sports Management, and they are responsible for bringing international cricket to the Broward County Stadium. That's the high catch, and it's taken, and that's this as we watch. Ramartan gets the breakthrough, and that's Chowdhury going. NJIT finally getting the breakthrough. A little late it would seem, but any time is good because who knows what they can do from this point. But it's been an exciting welcome, Jeff, and it's been a tremendous finals, which since we were meeting, I didn't actually see much of it, but look at the scores. It tells the story. West Virginia chasing 178 are now 146 for the loss of just 2 wickets.
Yes, Lord, it's a glorious day here at Central Broward Regional Park. The players are enjoying it. They're, sitting here and watching the field remind me of Lords.
Well, thank you for that. And speaking of which, I was telling people that you're the CEO of the company, that Worldwide Sports Management, that actually is responsible for bringing India here, among some other delightful cricket to happen in the future. And of course, you're also CEO of Jamaica Talawaz, which is owned by Worldwide Sports, and plays some exciting CPL cricket here. So, do you want to tell us anything about the India part first of all? Because I know a lot of our viewers are interested in that.
Yeah, well, it's no secret that India will be visiting this venue later in the year. Unfortunately, I don't have the dates to provide, but it will be sometime in the summer, right after the World Cup. And we're all excited. We are preparing for those 2 T20s. There will be 2 T20s that will be played here. I think the second and the third T20s. So it'll be fun. It will be great to see the great India team. And you know how fantastic that team is with the capital of players that they have. So we will be all excited to see India right at this venue.
And of course, you have a lot of things planning. You're doing a lot of traveling, trying to put together things and so on. But as we watch this delivery, played nicely out onto the onside for a single. These batsmen are batting very sensibly because they've got this well under control. The required run rate is very low. It's 4.26. So they don't need to do anything crazy.
No, and they, as you said, they're batting. They're taking the singles. They're pushing it around. You need 4 runs or over, and they're taking almost 5, 6, just singles. So absolutely, they're using their head, and they should win this game very easily.
Now, you have lots of other plans. If you want to mention one any of those that I know is pretty exciting, feel free. But,
Yes, but again, everything is in preliminary stages. We are looking to, if things work out, to host a tri-series also this year, and it's no secret that West Indies and Pakistan will be part of that. A third team should be announced pretty soon, so we're looking forward that can happen here. That would be another awesome to see those teams here. So stay tuned, and more information will be provided on that potential tri-series and also the India West Indies games.
That was a tremendous 6 over mid-wicket. So taking the West Virginia University even closer to the target, 178 to win. So they're now 164 for 2.
Well, when the Finland team came in, looking at 178, I thought it was a big score. But these guys are just take this score down now to 164 and 13, and just 2 wickets. It's unbelievable. And if you see the way they're batting, the game is practically over at this point in time.
Yeah, and to me, as watch this one being struck, and there's a man down in the deep, so he will stop that from being a sling 4. What's like happening here is we can see the hunger.
Yes, and as I said, I saw a couple of games earlier during the week, and all the players are so excited to be here, and it's great to have 2 new teams in the finals, and as again you can see, this is memories that these guys will take for years. To say, look, I played at the regional park, and I was able to live the championship trophy, and play at the venue here. Only last year we had West Indies last year. We had CPL games here. So this is a special occasion. And he's out there backward point.
Yep. So
lost the 3rd wicket, but they're still in the driver's seat.
Definitely. And of course, you mentioned a couple of series there. Thanks to your Worldwide Sports management agreement with the stadium, this is not something that's going to end soon. This is continuous, so we can look forward to a lot of top-level cricket here.
Yes, I can say for now, for the next, for sure, for the next 5 years, we will have international cricket here. As you said earlier, Worldwide Sports have a 15-year agreement with the county for the hosting, the promotion, the management of all international cricket at this venue. With West Indies versus some other full ICC full nation will be playing here for the next 5 years. And it starts this year with India.
And of course, the other great thing about this area is we watch Ray Ramthankar. That's pulled away nicely. Oh, but straight into the hands of the man. And that looks like Sohail Chowdhury. He's finally going, having scored 50. What a well-made 50 with 7 sling 4s and 1 Sony 6. But between him and Raj Shankar, they brought this total all the way close to a winning total. Now, have they won yet? No, but they're so close that it's hard to see that any result could be different.
But this is the game of cricket. Glorious uncertainties. 2 balls, 3 balls, and 2 wickets. Now look at the fielding team. Now, all of a sudden, now they have a sprint in their legs. You can believe this was the same team 2 overs ago. So those two wickets have changed the complexion, but not that where the batting team is still in the driver's seat, and they should win this game pretty easy.
Now the lights came on. We could touch on that briefly. You were part of Worldwide Sports as CEO. You're responsible for those lights being new and improved, as they say.
Well, yes. Last year we hosted West Indies and Bangladesh. And those were 2 night games that were held here, and part of our mandate for the 15 years is that every year we will have some kind of capital improvement to the stadium to make it better. So we not only have that agreement, but we also have to bring games, and we have to give back something to the venue. And last year we spent a substantial amount to upgrade the lights, and the lights now have, the stadium now is not only a T20 venue, but is also a venue that has been passed by the ACC to host net cricket.
Wonderful. And of course, we want to remind viewers that this is the American College Cricket National Championship presented by Sling. And this is the 3rd year that Sling has presented our semis and finals on Sony. This one's pulled away. And the man picks up nicely one-handed. And today, even though things are still greatly in West Virginia's favor, we've seen some great cricket from NJIT. They're batting, they're fielding, and so on. But West Virginia just seemed determined to finally, now that they've made it to the finals, to finally take home the trophy. Yep.
And that's good. And the players are, you can see they're all pumped up. The guys on the waiting to go out, they see they're all on the edge. They can't wait for that final round to raise the championship trophy. As I said earlier, these guys would take these memories back, and they'll be talking to the kids and their grandkids about this in the years to come.
Come on, guys! Definitely. It's one of the things that I often hear mentioned by them. Their memories of playing in American college cricket and the competitiveness and the camaraderie of meeting other students from different colleges.
Well, it even takes it to another level now, as you can see. I'm here sitting here and I'm watching the games, and I have the opportunity as the CEO of the Jamaica Talibans to be scouting players. So I'm here and I'm watching the players, and these players are eligible to play for the Jamaica Talibans because they're playing here in the U.S.
Well, you hear that, guys? You heard it from the man himself. This is the man who can make a lot of things happen and has made a lot of things happen. So when you're performing in American college cricket, he's also seen it. And despite your whatever nationality, as you said, they're playing in the U.S., it makes them eligible.
And man, I'm a little disappointed that other governing bodies for cricket in the U.S. is not here to witness these games. I think the games are I would say, I think it was Thursday or Friday. There was a gentleman from Jamaica that played senior cup cricket in Jamaica. There was another student from India that played, I think, Ranji cricket. And these guys look the part, and it gives them the opportunity to come here. And cricket has become a business now, so it's not like cricket that we knew when we used to play 15, 20 years ago. It's a huge business. The PSL finished this morning. Another week, the IPL starts. Then you have the Global T20. Then you have the England 100. Then you have the CPL. You have the Bangladesh. Then you have the South Africa. So there's T20 cricket that is being played every month during the year, and a lot of these players get the opportunity to get to that level. So you have a chance.
And that's the beautiful thing. Not only do they have a chance, because they're in these colleges, they're studying, so they're getting their education. So even if they pursue professional cricket career for a couple of years,
right,
at some point you want, right? Whether it doesn't work out or whatever, you've got your education.
And that's a fabulous thing to have that and to be playing representing your college.
To live the dream for a bit.
Yes, it is. And I would, know last year we had your MVP came down to Jamaica, had the opportunity to mingle and to be around David Miller, Ross Taylor, Andrea Russell. Just look, even when I see these guys, it still gives me goosebumps, and I'm with them almost on a daily basis. But it's just those opportunities to love cricket, and you get that opportunity, take it and use, to the fullest.
Yeah. And look, one of our players is now the USA captain, Saurabh Netrabalkar, played for Cornell.
And you're absolutely right. It provides that opportunity, and all you can say is that you give them an opportunity, and the players have to grab it and take it.
Oh, that was a pretty good throw there.
Yeah. From the boundary line right into the stumps. But the title wars will be here, and the good thing about it is that Krishna Prasad, who's the owner of the title wars, the president of Worldwide Sports, and title wars, he have done a tremendous job, because this takes a lot of financing to do the things that he's doing. That's an outstanding catch.
Pardon me, that was outstanding, and we'll probably see it on replay.
Yes, that's the catch of the match. Tumbling down the boundary, watch it. Short, you get Bastion pulling, he's on the back of square leg boundary, and it goes to his left. Oh my God, great catch. Beautiful. Those are catches that win matches.
See, that they're not giving up even to the end.
That's right, absolutely. Yeah, that's a great catch. And they're still going. The Philly team is still 169.
Yeah, just basically 9 runs away, and they're still giving their all.
It's just the 18th over, because now you have
16.
16?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they're still going at it.
Yeah.
It's not finished yet.
That's awesome to see that they're spirit-wise, they're fully into the notion that they can still win this.
Yes. Well, as I say, cricket is one of those funny games. So, until the last ball is bowled, until the last run is scored, then you still have an opportunity. I've been through this last year in Guyana, playing against St. Kitts. I think it was 10 runs in the last over, and maybe there were 5 or 6 wides, and we lose that game 192. And
I remember that.
And still haven't got over that one yet. So anything can happen when it comes to these cricket games in T20.
I can't help but, when I see these guys on the big screen like this, I can't help but admire, and you can tell me your thoughts, and I like the uniforms. Of course, I play a major part in that.
Yes.
But it strikes me that it creates the impact that I want when I see it on the screen, even more than when you see it in real life, because that's what your goal is, right?
That's correct. And look, it's all branding, and you have done a great job in branding the tournament, and your sponsor should be pleased, because and he's going long, he's going far, he's going high. It is out. Oh my God. Unbelievable. Now this is the catch of the day.
By the way, that's about the 3rd catch of the day.
Wow. Let me see that one again. Can he go over mid-wicket? Watch it. Whoa.
Amazing.
Is this the same guy who caught it before?
No, this is a different person. This is actually the captain of NJIT.
Oh man, look at that.
And it's awesome that we can get to see it replay.
Yes. Well, they haven't given up, Lloyd. I think this is going down to the wires. Is it, at this point in time, I think it's anybody's game.
They're amazing. We've been fortunate to have too excited in semifinals, but then the finals just outdoes them all. It's crazy.
Well, it seems that you have two great teams in the finals. And as I said, they're playing down to the end. They both want to win this championship. And this is bragging rights when you go back to the campus. They show that trophy off. So they would be excited about that.
Pushing outside the option, he does connect.
He's going to go. So we get two here.
And he made it. So exciting finish here at the American College Cricket National Championship presented by Sling on Sony. And coming in from the Sling end is not really around 10. We'll find out who it is in a sec. So I'm here with Jeff Miller, CEO of Worldwide Sports and Jamaica Talawas.
So when is your next encounter, your next tournament?
The next will be our All-Star. We do 2 All-Star weekends a year. So one in the US and one in Canada. So we had the US one in January. And as Goswani comes in, we'll get a run there. And what we do is select some of the best players who are available, because sometimes for studies or whatever reason that, from the US colleges, and then similarly some of the best from the Canadian colleges, and play 2 best out of 3, and that one struck nicely down to kind of a mid-wicket area, man in boundary fields. So that will be the weekend before. So it makes every series even more exciting because it's a chance to go ahead, and so it'll be fun. Of course, you got to get some players have to get visas because they're international students. So it's a bit complicated because it's not as easy you would think to get a visa to go to Canada if you're not American. But really looking forward to that in May.
That's great. Awesome. And I think the players are also looking forward to traveling over and playing in a different
environment.
Yeah.
And they have opportunity to make friends all over. You know, get to know people. For instance, Hassan Mirza, who you met, he used to play for Ryerson. Now he's president of Canadian College Cricket. But he's one of the most popular guys all over colleges in the United States, with people who've played against him because of his personality. You know.
Again, cricket has also done so much. I have met people all over the world, so it's a great environment to be involved with, and I know you enjoy what you're doing, and I have a pleasure doing what I'm doing.
Oh yeah, it's who would have thought too, you know, that something so fun that you actually end up, that's your living now.
And yes, and that's one thing I want to say too, because as I said earlier, cricket has become a very big business, and
we might, let's see if there's a run out here.
It says not out.
Okay, that's umpire Abdul.
The player is cool, say not out. But yeah, but cricket now, as I said, there's so many opportunities from coaches, masseurs, managers, physiotherapists. You got scores. You got DL managers. You got people working around the stadium. There's so many opportunities now. So, you know, you can get involved and you can make a very good living. And if you love to travel, this is one of the things that gives you that opportunity to travel and to travel extensively. Now there's scouts in cricket now, because there's so many T20 cricket going on around the world that you would want to go. I go to Jamaica tomorrow, and then I leave Jamaica and go to And they're coming for the third. I think this is the winning right now. That's it, Lloyd. If you see the celebration, look at that. This reminds me when West Indies won the T20 World Cup in India. Look at that. The players are rejoicing.
Oh man, this.
As I told you, this memories with these guys will take these memories for a long, long time. Look at that. Look at the jubilation on the field.
That is awesome.
Look at that. Unfortunately, only one team can win, and we congratulate. But the opponents, we also congratulate the opponents. They did a great job. They defended 178 and to make a game out of it. So it was an exciting finals. Look at that. Look at the emotions of West Virginia. Look at the emotions. Look at that. Money, don't pay money for that. You know, although the opponents are a little rejected, but look at that. Look at the camaraderie, the friendship, and the respect that the players have for each other. They're greeting each other, hugging each other, and just saying, congrats or tough time next year. But look at that. Well, I guess it's presentation time, Lord, and these guys will be looking to take their trophy back to West Virginia.
Yes, and I'm glad you were here to help us with it. So we'll make our way down.
Hello everyone, we're here with the American College Cricket National Championship Finals 2019, where West Virginia beat NJIT in a last over thriller. We have with us the American College Cricket President, Mr. Lloyd Joda, the CEO of Jamaica Talawaz, Mr. Miller, Hassan Mirza here from Canadian College Cricket, and Mr. Sentence P. David, who's been a fan of American College Cricket for a long time. I'll pass on the mic to Mr. Lloyd Joda for a few words.
Thanks to everyone for being here. And of course, the two teams that played the finals have played such a magnificent game. I mean, it's been one of the best finals we've ever had, and we've had some really great ones. NJIT, for instance, these guys have been trying hard for years, and they finally made the finals. Now, there's nothing. It's how sports go, as we all know. It's one reason we played. One team win, one team doesn't win. But at the end of the day, the effort was amazing. 178 on this pitch. Awesome, guys. So let's get to the awards. And Mr. Jeff Miller, I'll have him say a couple of words, and then we'll get to the awards.
Cricket is teamwork. I always heard that individuals win trophies, but teams win championships, and that's what it counts. A team. And that's what happened here today. Congratulations to the finalists. Only one team can win, but y'all did a fantastic job and continue the good work.
Just a quick thank you to David Sentence, an important part of American college cricket since 2010. Let's get to the awards. So we'll start with Best Bowler. Ray Ramanathan took 4 for 14. Best Batsman. There were two batsmen doing it. We have to pick one, and that's Raj Shekhar. Our MVP is Moiz Osmani. Now, we have a home and away league as well. The winner for 2018 is Boston University. Sorry, Maz Ilahi. So now we get to the finals of the 11th American College Cricket National Championship. The Champions Trophy this year has a different name. It's the David and Paula Williams Trophy. So for the finalists, will the captain come forward and collect your trophy for NJIT? Congratulations. So we're going to ask the captain of the new champions, winner of the David and Paula Williams Trophy, West Virginia University. So tell us, Satish, how it feels.
This has been one goal that has been evading us for like 6 years. Every time we would go heartbroken, feel really bad about it, and we'll come back harder. And this time we had all the pieces together. We put in a lot of effort. We had a lot of financial hurdles, player availability, and finally we came across all these with our hard work, practice, and dedication. I'm really happy for the guys and the whole of our West Virginia University students and alumni who always supported us. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Alright guys, this was the end of the National Championship 2019 by American College Cricket, brought to you by Sling and exclusively broadcasted by Sony.